Right, folks, how are we all? Now, I've been wanting to do this for a while, this video, but listen to this. Listen to these pair of footwit fucking clowns.
Our employment rights bill is on the way. This will be the biggest upgrade for workers' rights in a generation.
The best businesses know that people will do their best work when they're happy at work, and this bill provides more security for respect for everyone. It removes unfair practices,
Banning things like exploitative zero-hour contracts, ending fire and rehire, and giving people that security that they need and deserve.
For businesses, it means a level playing field, and it means being able to develop,
Watch this.
invest, and to make the workforce.
Watch this.
It is a plan to make work pay for businesses and workers alike as part of a pro-business, pro-working movement.
They're fucking laughing. They're fucking laughing because they know it's a load of shitty bollocks. That they are. They're fucking taking the piss. Absolutely fucking unbelievable that these pair of fucking clowns are doing this. I mean, the pair of them have never, ever been in business. You look at them, right, and the pair of them, you look at their history, they've both left school. One left school with more kids than qualifications, right? They've never had a proper fucking job. They've never had a job. They've never had a job. They don't know nothing about business. They don't know nothing about running a business, working for a business, or anything like that. This is the equivalent, right? This is the equivalent, in my eyes, of Stevie Wonder being the fucking head colourist of Dulux Paints. That it is. It's absolutely fucking unbelievable how this has been allowed to happen. They're talking of workers' rights and you can't hire and fire, or, you know, from day one, you've got the same rights as somebody who has worked at a company for 20 odd years. Now, I've worked in warehouses, and I'm sure a lot of you good people out there who live in the fucking real world have worked in warehouses, building environments, normal jobs, right? Normal jobs. And they're talking about protecting the worker. Yeah, you can't sack somebody after the first day, right? What a load of fucking shit. You're talking about protecting the fucking... When I worked at Alpha Gary in Melton, right, we had a lad come in there once, and the idea of the job was you picked up 25 kilo bags and you put them in an orbit and you in a mixer and stuff like that. It was physical work. It was hard work, right? And anyway, we had one lad come in and he couldn't pick up a 25 kilo bag. He couldn't pick up a fucking 15 kilo bag. I mean, what fucking point was that? We had another lad come in and you had to make the mixes up and you follow the recipe. And anyway, one thing needed 20 kilos. So it was in a 25 kilo bag and he used his fingers to take 5. What the? I mean, my maths, my spelling, my grammar isn't brilliant. But using his fingers to take 5, it's fucking unbelievable. Now, we were making stuff that goes into planes and phone circuits and stuff like that, yeah? And it needs to be right. You do not want a plane catching fire at 40,000 feet, do you? So you can't employ people who are fucking idiots. You can't employ people who are not up for the job. You can't not sack. Basically, you're sacking them, aren't you? When you say you're not good enough for the job, you're being sacked. You cannot just employ keep somebody on for the sake of it. We had a lad called Cuffy, fucking useless, lazy fucking lump of lard, yeah? Anyway, they kept him on, and he was costing a fortune in jobs. He was not pulling his weight, and they had to get rid of him because he was fucking shit. But like I said to our boss, I says, Why can't you get rid of people? Why can't... He says, oh, well, they'll take it to a tribunal and we have to pay for this and we are. I says, yeah, but surely it makes more sense to sack somebody and pay them off for 25 grand or whatever it was than keep somebody and letting them keep making loads of fucking errors and costing us fortune and jobs and everything like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. But these people in government, right, they are completely fucking clueless. It's like when Matt Hancock was in charge of the NHS. He couldn't even read a fucking aspirin packet, could he? It's fucking useless. Yet he's in charge of millions of pounds. And now we've got these people who come in and just run businesses and don't have a clue. I can remember that when I worked there once and I was acting supervisor or cell leader and I caught some lads talking and I says, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Get on with your job. And like, well, we're just talking. I says, I don't care. I says, you won't get the bollocking. I says, I'll get the bollocking because the job won't be done. And it's like, just fucking sack them. Just fucking get rid. If you don't want to fucking... The thing is, right, they're saying that fucking Ryan Reynolds, not Ryan Reynolds, he fucking wrecks a minute. Jonathan Reynolds, he's standing there and he's going, a happy worker is a good worker. No, it isn't. Because if you're a worker and you're having to carry some fucking idiot because one, they keep turning up late, two, they're fucking shit at the job, three, they're always on the sick, four, they go fucking hiding in the bog and have a 3-hour shit. Yeah? That isn't helping me who's trying to do the job. When you're having to pick somebody up and carry their fucking workload and they get paid the same as us, that ain't fucking right. You're not making people happy. See, these people like Jonathan Reynolds and fucking Growler Rayner with a big fucking ginger... I'm northern, I am. I'm working class. I like to drink and I like to dance in Ibiza and take freebies. Yeah? They don't know. Why do they just sit there and fucking write these ideas on the back of a fucking fag packet? Well, they're not on a fag packet because you're not allowed to fucking smoke now, are you? You're not allowed to have a cigarette in a pub or outside a pub or anything or whatever. Yeah? They just sit there and they just make these fucking stupid ideas up and then they just piss everybody off. They don't have a clue what happens in a fucking factory. They don't have a clue on a fucking building site. They walk around and they show you these people walking. They show you fucking Growler Rayner walking around as if she's like, well, would you like to have a go on a fucking pedestrian forklift? Yes, I would, as a matter of fact. No, you don't, because you're fucking clueless. Like all politicians, you're all fucking clueless. Once again, you're telling us what we want when you're not listening to what we want. I want to go to work and I want to work in a fucking team that we all pull for each other. Yeah? We all do what needs to be done to get the job done. I don't want some fucking bloke called Cuffy who goes hiding at the end of the shift when we're all trying to get stuff done. I don't want that. And these silly fuckers who have never ever worked, they go, oh, I went to work at, I started an apprenticeship at a fucking press office or something. Fuck off! Fuck right off! You don't know fuck all about the people who work in this fucking country. You don't know, right, what it's like to work in a warehouse. I've said this many times, with some Polish bloke who can't speak the fucking Kings. It's fucking stupid. And they're saying, like, you've got to accept it. I tell you what'll end up happening now, right? Companies will just start outsourcing the work. There'll be no proper jobs for anybody. The companies won't do it. They just won't fucking employ anybody. We're going to have to employ fucking... I don't know. I honestly haven't got a clue what companies are going to do because they're not going to be able to get rid of anybody. They can be shit at the job. They've got no fear factor. There's no fear factor of being sacked at work. That is the problem. When I used to go to work, before I was self-employed, yeah, because you lot all think I do YouTube as a living, well, I fucking don't. I do other things, yeah, which is my concern, not yours, right? But when I went to work, I used to be terrified of losing my job, yeah? So what I used to do, I used to roll up to work, I got there on time, I didn't have it. I had 2 days sick before I had COVID, right? I had 2 days sick in something like fucking 12 years. And yes, the company did appreciate me, because when I needed a favour, they would fucking help me out. Thank you, Stuart Evans, yeah, for that, my old boss. And I want to be able to go to work and be okay. But people used to roll up for work and they got no fear of being sacked. They got no fear of doing something completely wrong. We used to make bottle caps for Coca-Cola, right? The little bit that goes inside. And anyway, this bloke fucked it up and got tons of it fucking wrong. And it cost a fortune, yeah? And we were going to be sued by Coca-Cola. But he weren't fucking bothered, because he knew he weren't going to get sacked. And there's no fear factor. If you keep fucking up at work, then you need to be sacked. And that is it. I don't care if you haven't got the ability to do the job. If you're a football fan, right, and your left back is shit, game in, game out, giddy ups, yeah, they won't fucking off. They won't fucking off. Or she end up in fucking Division Premier fucking 1 fucking shit, whatever it is, yeah? Championship, that's what I was looking for. You won't fucking off. And it should be the same when you go to work. If you can't do your job and you're shit, you get sacked. This logic. It's the whole idea of the word. It's the whole idea. You get sacked, you get your cards, you get your papers, you get your P45 slapped in your fucking hand. Yeah? And you get told, get out the fucking door and mind the door, don't hit your arse on the way out, because you're that fucking slow, you're useless at your job, you can't even probably walk through a door. Yeah? And that's what it should be. Now, I am not saying if somebody's got problems at home or whatever, sack them, yeah? When I was at work, I sound like fucking Uncle Albert during the war, there was a bloke and he was alcoholic and he drove the forklift into the fucking platform upstairs, yeah? On fucking P1, which was a machine. And anyway, they got found out and all this kind of stuff, and they did an investigation and they found out, and yeah. And they offered him help. Yeah, they didn't sack him, they offered him help. And that's how it should be. But no, if there's nothing wrong and you just keep fucking up and you haven't got the ability to do the job, then you sack them. But fucking Growler Rayner up northern, you're not going to sack anybody on my watch, because I'm right fucking hard. Yeah? And Jonathan Reynolds, I don't know what the fuck he is, a fucking arsehole. Anyway, yeah, and that's the way it goes. And that's how it is now. You should be able to sack them if they're no good. But no, these fucking idiots are going to make it completely impossible. They think they're doing a good thing. They're not. They're just fucking arseholes. Right, I'm going for jacket potatoes. I'll get you laters.